One of the biggest misconceptions in the spiritual realm, the spiritual circles, is that we are supposed to just ascend, to continue raising our frequency, to just love, to just pretend nothing's happening. And the truth of it is that in order to get to the true ascension, it includes a descension. It includes the ability to deeply feel our grief, to deeply be able to process the truth of what's happening in our world, the darkness, the shadows, to be able to see it. And then when we do see it within the world, we can also see it in ourselves. And we are able to transmute it outward to shift it into light. We cannot, one of the biggest things of, I would say, disassociation, addiction, that's exactly what a lot of that is. We don't want to feel. We just want to avoid what it is, why we're actually destroying ourselves. Because that's a program. That is what we've been taught to just carry it ourselves, to make it like it's our fault. Um, but we're in a spiritual warfare. This whole physical realm is a spiritual realm manifested into the physical, if that makes sense. So everything that we're experiencing on the physical plane, the heaviness, is literally from the misalignment of knowing that we're souls and that we come from the spiritual realm and who we truly are, that we are divine beings of light, of creators. However, when we incarnate on this physical plane, we choose to experience this heaviness. We choose to experience this collective consciousness on this planet that has been manipulated and controlled from archon forces. It is the master deception. They know how to use black magic. They know how to use spiritual law. They know how to use natural law because they want to enslave this planet, our humanity. And one of the ways they do that is by lying and twisting truths to make it look like they're helping and saving us, when in truth, all they're doing is disempowering us and keeping us enslaved. This, the only way that we're going to free ourselves and become free from this is to face it, to realize our own power, and to know how to carry our own frequency despite everything that's seemingly happening on the outside. Because it's all, they know the world of illusions. They know how to deceive. And what we have been sold is that it's our fault, that we are to be shameful and guilty, that we are to uh, hold everything that we have done in the past, because we're here on the earthly plane as a school, to a soul school. We're here to learn. We're not here to stay um, guilty for the rest of our life, to pay for the sins of our past. We are already forgiven. That's how we learn. We learn by repeating things. Yes, dark, there's dark manipulations and forces, and sometimes people have to be contained because they've been overtaken by the realms of the darkness. But a majority of the humans on this earthly plane are have good hearts, but we've been hurt for so long from years of generational trauma, ancestral trauma, from interdimensional trauma, that when we incarnate and our soul is here to heal those traumas and those wounds. And when we hear these things in the world, or these, we experience this darkness, this seemingly injustice of this world, we have to realize that what is seemingly terrible has the ability to awaken humanity further. And some souls incarnate into this world to do exactly that. They come to awaken humanity in a way that is seemingly horrible. But if we can see into the deeper truths, we know that not is all that it seems to be. At the same time, these dark energies use beings of light to feed their own egos. They use portals and times of periods of time to create waves of destruction, waves of dysregulation, waves of fear out into this planet to keep people more under control, to keep people more compliant, to keep people feeling that all is hopeless, to keep people in their addictions, to keep people disassociating, to keep people angry and blaming and shaming each other, when the truth is that we need to unify. We need to know the truth, because it's just a small percentage of our population on this earth are their souls. We will shift the reality on this planet, because once we shift and tip the frequency on this planet, that darkness cannot stay here. And it's already happening. It's already in motion. However, we have to go through the depths of this darkness to acknowledge, to see, to feel, to see that this isn't the planet that we want to live on. And the more that we are able to heal that within ourselves, in our own energy field, to learn how to stay balanced and neutral, also deeply feel, though. We have to release it. We have to release the rage. I just got out of 3 years of moving through the deepest, darkest place I could have ever explained, because I saw it all. And I was angry and I was resentful, and I just wanted to stay in it because I didn't understand how this could be happening and why can't people just see it, you know? But it's not in my time. And I finally realized that what everybody else is experiencing, or whatever anybody thinks about me or believes about me, is not my reality, including my own children. People will judge you, but so we cower down. We want to be like everybody else, so we don't come out with our true frequency, the truth of who we are, the truth of our soul, because we fear being different. Uh, we fear our power. So we have to align with our own power. We have to align with our own frequency. We have to, because we think that we have to be physically enmeshed with people, when really it's beneficial for us to be in our own frequency and to be around those who feel our frequency, who know who know who you are, because they resonate with your frequency. Sometimes it feels really lonely on this world. in this world, because especially if you are a light worker, if you are a creative being, if you are a super sensitive soul, if you've had a deep awakening, or you're in the process and you're trying to make sense of it. So that's what I'm creating. I'm creating a community on this channel, a free community to come and join. I invite you to comment. I invite you to ask questions. I will respond to everybody. I invite you to like and share these videos that most of all of my videos on this channel have been through my own process of awakening and in the definitive stages. Because there are stages of awakening and deeper processes that we go through um, until we're able to just see everything for what it is. And it doesn't mean that it goes away, because the the higher frequency that you carry, the more spiritual you become, the more spiritual warfare that you're going to receive, the more you can hold, the more you can transmute. So if you're interested in this type of spiritual work, releasing addictions, releasing anger, releasing the lower frequencies, I invite you to like and subscribe to my channel, Terra Temple. And if you also would like to join my email list, I'll have a link in the profile so that you can join this community and learn more about what is being created and how you can participate and how you can join in this community on a deeper level. Have a blessed day. Aloha.